between Grace and Nelson here on SportsNetUSA.net. As Nelson wins the first game in a shutout, 8-0 over Grace. We'll see if Grace can react on that a little quicker on this one. Once again, they will be the home team against Nelson. So, little chopper over. First batter up. Salaya, B. Salaya is how she told me I could say her name. Went down and talked to her. Gets a base hit to start the game off. It's going to bring up Duke. Saw her in the first game. Shayna Duke. Couple stolen bases for Nelson in that first game. Nelson got up quickly in the first game against Grace. Couple big errors, couple hits. That's what set them in the back seat of the automobile, and they got taken on a blind date they wish they never would have gone on. Of course, that sounds like many life stories for a lot of us. Set the defense for Grace in a second. Cobain is behind the plate. Farley in the circle. Pena still over at first. Garcia at second. McPherson at short. Daniela Wright now at third. Williams still in left, Caps in center, and Varela in right. That's the defense for Grace University. Farley went to Vanguard University and the University of St. Catherine. So once again, a little history here on SportsNetUSA.net. So a couple runners on to start this first inning. This is not the way Grace wanted to start it. Marquez comes up, fouls that one off. Playing second base in this second game today. Addie Marquez. Addie batting .429 for the season. On base percentage, hey, she gets on base every other time she comes to the plate. Slugging percentage, .571. Swings late on that one. Big strikeout. Annalena Rojas now comes up. Annalena playing third base for Nelson. Annalena batting .267 this season. Pulls that foul. So if you're a Grace fan, if you're with Josh Musselman, you want to say, okay, let's not have a inning like we had last game, especially to start it off here in the first. Shot, it's short. Between the wickets. And they're going to hold everybody there. So I was so kind that first game, but I'm a little chilly now. So Corey Nalen, that's an E6. It was there. If you were a goaltender, you probably played for the Ducks, and that's why you're not going to make the playoffs this year. Bases are loaded. First pitch for a foul. Kelly Catabas, who pitched in the first game, got that victory, is the designated player in this game. Right down the pipe. 0-2. Pitch. Strike 3 called. Big strikeout. A slider now comes up. Alley. Alley's playing right field. Didn't play in the first game. Quick 2 strikes at her, and I tell you what, right now, Grace has got somebody in the circle, Farley, who is dealing. Little mashed potatoes going on here. Caps goes back, and gets under this one for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a couple, 1 error, I'm sorry. Let's add that 1 error, and a couple left on base. As we have the first half inning down. It's Nelson 0, Grace coming up to bat. Here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Ed Ford, Albert Robles. Happy to have them out here all day long. Missing our partner, Corey Nalen. He's probably been having dreams of the NAIA as soon as he started watching this, especially when we talked basketball. Corey said, we should have done those national basketball championships here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Can't disagree with him, Mr. Nalen. I'd have listened to you all day long calling those games. So let's look at the starting 3 here. It'll be McPherson, Williams, and Varela starting things off. McPherson playing short, Williams playing left, Varela playing right. That will be the 3 that will start it off for Grace Union. Kosei in the circle. Devini Gulaz, the superstar, is behind the plate. Amber Lopez over at first. Marquez at second. Medina at short. And Alina Rojas at third. Duke still in left. And Ali Usleiber in right. Hit up the gap. Lay out flat. And once again, you've got to go down, and Duke says, yeah, that's how you play the game. It wasn't Duke's. My mistake. Basella. She said you could say your name that way. This girl can play the game, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, one of these young women that know how to play softball lays out in center field and makes the big catch. Brings up Williams. Well, if you looked at their record, you would say, wait a minute, they won 8-0, 6-24, 4-14 at home, 2-7 away. Up the middle, short hop, off the arm. Cornelian, this one's for you. We're going to give that a hit. Difficult play. So Williams gets a hit on that one, takes a bad hop too. So this is the community college rule, Ed. This is not the rule they called in the first game. She stepped out. They called it, Albert, look at me. They called an illegal hit in the first game and called the batter out. So, an illegal batted ball. Since she got a base hit, the opposition is given the option. Does it stand or does it count as a strike? She took it as a strike. All the way to the backstop. So if you're watching at home, that's why she's back in the box. Fouled that one off. She stepped out of the box when she made contact with the ball. So 2 different home plate umpires, 2 different interpretations of the rule. Interesting. Popped our way foul.
Well, Mark, you could, when that happened, you could hear the umpire. She explained, in high school it is this, but in college it is this. So
that's why we got 2 interpretations. Up the middle. Nice little pick over there by Marquez at second base. Varela comes up now. So for Josh, his defense played better in the first inning. Now he's looking for a little offense. Straight back to the circle, and you just throw your glove down. Akase said, that's an easy one. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 1, we're sitting at 0, not like last game. So this is going to be a good one for the next 7 innings. Make sure you stick around here on SportsNetUSA.net. Albert, Ed, the old guy, happy to bring in this game. And Ed, if you're Josh, you've got to say, this is what I expected to see in the first game defensively from my team. So Medina should lead it off for Nelson. Medina.
A little bit there, but it's fine.
Lopez. Blas.
If you pan up a bit, you can also get a little more out of
The 3 coming up to bat. Medina playing short. Lopez at third. Blas at and behind the plate. So those will be the 3. for Nelson. Here in the second. There's Ed. Mr. Ford is back. He disappeared a second on me. Oh, I asked you a question. You never answered me.
It might have been too difficult of a question for me to comprehend, so I couldn't answer. But if you ask it again, maybe rephrase it. I maybe come up with an answer.
I'll do that after this pitch. Down in the dirt. I said Josh must feel really good about the way his defense played at the beginning of this game compared to last game.
Absolutely. You're not facing a 4-0 hole to start off with.
Up the middle, base hit. So Medina gets a hit. Couple hits in 2 innings. Lopez, who had a big single in the last game, comes up now. Drops a bunt. Quick flip by Farley over to first for out number 1. And Ed, when you look at Farley in the circle compared to last game too, out of Vanguard University and St. Catharines, she does look like a more polished pitcher for Josh's team.
Yeah, she definitely can bring it on occasion.
Inside part of the plate for a strike. In at first base, back at second and short. Outside. So runner over at second. Got there on the sacrifice. Now they decide to move Amber Lopez back. High and tight.
Yeah, Mark, I thought that was going to hit her.
Yeah. Little lefty looks over, trying to get Jimmy Gutierrez to give him some signals. Want to thank both the coaches for being so kind out here today. Tries a little push bunt. I think I'm going to have to start the Ed Ford Corey Nayland School of Bunting. Teaching drag bunts. High and tight for a walk. We go back to the top of the order. Well, you can't say Nelson is not getting their share of at-bats during these 2 games. Off speed for a strike. Delayed steal over at second. So Medina walks down halfway. Nobody pays attention to her, keeps going, and now she's over at third. Runner goes, stolen base. Two runners in scoring position now. Here in the second for Nelson. Left field, line drive. Ball gets away, runner's gonna come home. score. Throw back to third and left field. And a second run is going to score.
And Mark, sometimes you just need to hold on to the ball and not throw it around.
Yep, Ed, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. We're going to give a couple errors on these plays. And then a line drive. Out to left, route number 2. So both runs are unearned. Ed Ford has said many times on the air, just hold on to the softball. Offer misses the edge, no call. Wow, she left the bat out there. You know, surprised there was no call for a strike. 2 knows the count. 3 knows the count. Fouled away. So as soon as we are nice to Josh's defense, they decide to say, no, guys. All 4. Back-to-back walks to Duke. Marquez up next. Let's see if Duke takes off.
Yeah, there's that possibility of her taking off. I think Grace defensively just has to not worry about that runner at first base. Get this out and get their at-bats going.
Yeah. And I think I called Duke Shane in the first game. I apologize. It's probably Cheyenne. Fouled away. You can see who Duke is, the only one who is sleeveless out here. Off the fist. Quick throw to first route number 3. But not until 2 runs scored. 2 runs on 1 hit. A couple huge errors. And 1 left on base. As we head to the bottom of the 2nd. It's Nelson 2. Grace 0 here on Sportsnet USA.net. Ed Ford, Albert Robles. Happy to be out here today, bringing you these games here on Sportsnet USA.net. Multiple Cypress games coming up next week here on Sportsnet USA.net. So if you can't make it out to the game, make sure you watch it here on Sportsnet.
Yeah, Mark, it's one more month basically. Yeah, well, 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks of regular season play, and then the playoffs will start, I believe, on April 29th are the play-in games. That should be on a Tuesday, so whatever Tuesday, the last Tuesday before the end of the month, those will be the play-in games in the Southern California regionals for the 3C2A, and then we will move on to the regionals in the first Friday and Saturdays of the month of May.
And it's the higher seeds that host, right, Ed?
Yes. So in the play-in, you'd have who's ever 15, 16, 17, and 18 would make it. 15 plays 18, 16 plays 17, 15 and 16 host.
Hina is up for Grace. Shot to short. One pitch, one down. So just a strong arm by Destiny Medina over at shortstop. Nelson.
And in the Northern California regionals, there is no play-in game. So they just have the top 16 and they start with the regionals.
Verdugo catching this second game for Grace. And then she'll be followed by Caps. Play center field for Grace.
And of course, if you are saying, why are they different? Somebody explained it to us once, a knowledgeable coach, but it still makes no sense.
Fouled away.
But the official 3C, 2A rules are you can have a playoff. The North can be different than the South. You can have up to 24 teams. And North decides to do 16, and the South does the play-in. So it's 18 teams whittled down to 16.
Yeah, I know. Corey Nalen just, I can feel it. He's shaking his head at home going, I don't get it. None of us do.
Yeah, they could easily, we have a plan for them to expand it to 20 teams. And I think if they followed our plan, you wouldn't get any complaints.
Yeah.
Of teams saying, well, we got ripped off, we got left out.
So Verdugo strikes out. Caps comes up now.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I just think we ought to just invoke the Ford rule. It's softball, 3C2A.
Oh, I don't know. You get some coaches mad that finished 3 and 11 in conference, and they don't get to go to the playoffs. They would just be upset.
Caps takes that one inside. Yeah, it would. If they actually listen to individuals that enjoy and love the game, they might get it right. Down and away.
We just need to see Grace get some offense going, Mark.
Exactly. Need to get that little, drop shot hit here. In the inside corner. Misplayed ball, but that's what they needed. E5.
So far, Mark, hasn't it been only one Grace U player getting to third base
Yeah,
so far today?
that's it. Just one.
You're only down by 2 runs. They need to score something just to get their momentum going, just to make them think that they can score runs. And not that we haven't seen very good pitching from Nelson, because we have, but Grace needs to break through here and score a run.
Yeah, and you know, Ed, I wouldn't even object if Caps takes off here. You know, try to get somebody in scoring position. And oh.
Okay, Mark, 3-0. Do you take? Do you send Caps?
I send Caps. I do run and hit right now. Caps still second base.
On ball 4.
On ball 4. But I still like the play. They center. Three and 0 count. You sent the runner. No matter what, she would have stolen second base. So Jimmy's going to come out and say something to the umpire. And I think part of it too is, Albert, I think he's going to say the same thing. I've seen more people offer in this game and they're not calling the strike.
I think that's true, but to change it now, then you're being very inconsistent, because a lot of players have offered and it hasn't been a strike.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ed. I just, you know. And I know sometimes I think I know the rules and then I forget the rules, but, you know.
Because I think that happened in the last game too, Mark. I saw some ones where, hey, she offered. It should be a strike.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I just stand up there every once in a while. I don't get it. So.
Well, as said, as long as it's consistent.
Yeah.
Don't change it in the middle of a game.
Right now at the plate, playing third base. Daniela Wright over at third now. Tries to go to right field, fouls that one off. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, go to right field, get a line drive that's high enough. Down that line, you're going to score at least 1 run for your team.
Caps cheering her teammate on. Off speed. Takes a little crow's hop instead of the catcher. Clouds coming in and out on the infield. On the fist. You go and get it yourself when nobody else is going to do it. Kase picks that one off for out number 3. No runs on no hits. 1 left on base. As we head to the top of the third, it's Nelson 2, Grace 0 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Josh's team just can't find any oompa going on out there. Just sort of stuttering their way around the softball field. Athlete of the future going back and forth with their car below us.
Do it on the
With their car and their Orca. So as we get ready, start things off. Rojas will start it off, playing third base for Nelson. Annalena Rojas. Batting .267 this season. On base percentage of .313 and a slugging percentage of .267. Drives it in the alley. Annalena said, "This is why my slugging percentage isn't bad." Hits the second. Is it a tag? No. Stand up double. That cracked off the bat. So the bats have been hot for Nelson. Sounds like a title of a sitcom. Bats are hot for Nelson. Short, look the runner back over to first. High throw, but you keep your foot on the bag. He calls the runner. He called the runner safe. Oh, they went back. Okay, for a second I thought the umpire was calling the runner safe at first. I was going to go, what? Who? What? He went back to second with the throw. Hold foul. Hughes Lieber is up.
Good pitch.
Takes that for a strike. Playing right field in this second game for Nelson. Batting .250. As they run into each other, both players. And that's a hard one on who to give that E to, Ed, but I'm going to give it to the right fielder.
Well, Mark, somebody's got to take charge. Somebody's got to call the other player off, and if the player gets called off, they need to get away from the ball.
Yeah, I agree with you. And second looked like they were underneath the ball. That's why I'm basically giving it to the right fielder on that error.
And you just can't give Nelson all these chances.
No. No, not at all. I mean, Garcia Andrea was underneath the ball. I thought she was going to get it. Flare to right. It drops. It gets behind. One run in. on a stand-up double for Nelson. So another hit, another double in the inning. Throw in an error, another run comes in.
Yeah, but it's just moving it back. Yeah. You should have just pressed the button.
Brings up Lopez playing first base. One down, ball knocked down, thrown, another air, 1 run in, 2 runs in. So 2 errors in this inning, and Ed, all of a sudden, it's 5-0.
They have the runner at home too. To try to solve it.
Rules of softball. Solid pitching from the circle. Excellent defense behind the person in the circle, and then timely hitting. If you can't do all 3, you're probably not going to win. It's one of the few games that if you do 2 out of 3, there's always that anomaly that you'll win a game.
Well, as a pitcher, you also have to be confident of your defense behind you. And when you're not, then you kind of overthrow.
Right field. Misplayed, but you get the force out at second. Yeah, Ed, I think that's a real interesting statement you made. Because, I mean, where do I throw it? Who do I not want the ball into? It's the last thing you want when you're in the circle. Short. Quick throw to first for out number 3. But not before a couple more runs get on the board. 3 to be exact. Couple hits, couple errors, and 1 left on base. That you look at now, going to the bottom of the 3rd. It's Nelson 5, Grace Union 0 here on Sportsnet USA.net. Ed Ford, Albert Robles, happy to bring you the game. And Ed, once again, Josh's defense has just imploded in these 2 games.
Well, unfortunately, not that it was Josh's doing. It just reminds me of a couple of times in some critical games that we were doing with Cerritos, where normally the defense was solid, and then all of a sudden they'd have 1 inning and everybody would forget the fundamentals, and unfortunately one of those times that happened was when they played Palomar in the state tournament.
Yeah.
They could have won that game. They were close to seriously winning that game, and then it was just 1 inning where they just poof, and You know, you can't let Palomar do things like that. Same thing in this game. Nelson's got too much offense. And if you're not scoring and not getting a lot of hits, you can't let them get out too far out in front. And that happened in game one. It's happening here again. And you shouldn't have 5 runs on the board against you.
No, and especially too, Ed, like you brought it up, they just can't seem to find any offense either. Hit to the third.
And Mark, on top of that, Nelson has used 3 pitchers. So it's not like we can't hit their ace that throws every inning, every pitch.
True. Garcia looking to find something, playing second base today.
And I think with Nelson, perhaps at the beginning of the year, Mark, they weren't playing well, but now they're starting to find a stride.
Yeah, they look like a solid softball team today. Strike 3 called on the outside corner on just a great changeup. Eight strikeouts for Grace in the first game. They've already got 2 in this one. So back to McPherson, top of the order. She flew out to center field her first time up. Takes it up the middle. Solid base hit.
Yeah, that's what they needed. Now we need Williams to come through for the Bears.
The Sun Bears.
The Sun Bears. As the sun finally starts to get on Albert's back and my back, and the scorer's back, and all of us getting a little warmer.
Down low. Williams. Cypress to Cerritos here in this second inning. McPherson went to Cypress. Williams went to Cerritos. Community college lineage here during this game. There's a drop bunt. Williams rolled out. And I wish I had replay on that one, Ed.
Well, we don't have one, but boy, I don't think so. I don't think it was even close.
I'm with Ed.
I think she beat that by over a step.
I'm with Ed on that one. Yeah, nice call, Ed. And a stretch over at first.
Beautiful stretch, Mark.
For out number 3. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base as we've completed 3 innings of play. Well, it's Nelson 5, Grace 0 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. And we talked about so many community college players that you look at. When you look at for this Grace Union team, you've got East LA, Rio Hondo, East LA again, Monroe College, LA Harbor, Cypress College, San Bernardino Valley, Orange Coast College, Cerritos, and East LA, and Compton College. A lot of good community college teams there. we're talking about where these young women from Grace came to play for Josh, who coached at Cerritos College with Cody. So a lot of community college talk today because there's a lot of community college student athletes on there. And of course, I would be ashamed if I didn't tell you once again that these are student athletes that play for the game because they love the game. The game will help them move on in their dreams, careers, and futures. But they're students first, family members second, and then softball players third. They might change that order a little on me, but that's what we see every time we do a softball game, baseball game, or any other sports here on SportsNetUSA.net. Duke comes up to start it off in the fourth.
That's good.
Left fielder with a lot of speed. Lefty keeps her hands up high. Jan batting .264. On base percentage .316. Slugging percentage of .275. And down and away. Farley in the circle for Grace University out of Hemet. Once again, Duke starts things off with a walk. So we'll see if a bunt will be dropped here. Eddie Marquez comes up, drops the bunt. Thrown away. Duke doesn't even stop. Then they bring her back. Then she shouldn't have stopped. Then they bring her back. Whoops. It sort of looked like, one of our students.
Well, luckily the right fielder backed up the play, or it would have been a disaster. I mean, it would have gone into the corner and the bases would be clear right now, but a little too much throwing the ball around.
And again, I'm going to give an error on that one. Duke's all the way over the third. Caps goes back. This is crunched off the yellow on top of the wall for a home run. That ball was smothered with gravy and just kept going. Three-run home run. Hit by Rojas. Dead center field. And no, you're not tuning into the first game when I say it's 8-0.
Still no out.
It's the second game, and it's 8-0. As this Nelson University Warriors team has just exploded. It's like a summer rose that just has opened up. All the petals come out. All the different colors of beauty show up. Well, that's the way they're playing today. The outside corner for a ball. 1-1's the count. Ball 2. Annalena Rojas to left center. And I'm going to say it's probably 200 down the lines, maybe 209, 200, 220 to straightaway center. And another walk takes place. Couple walks, big error, and then a 3-run home run. Designated runner comes in. So you can have that in the game of softball. Elise Rodriguez comes in as the designated runner. The versatility of the game of softball. Can re-enter players, can have a designated runner. And the biggest rule, run rule. One of the best invented rules in a sport I've ever seen. Low and inside. Use Libra up. Now, just foul. Betting 250 this season. So a lot of mid 200s, couple players under 200, only one player in the 400s. Throw over to second, can't get the runner, stolen base. And they continue to run today. That is now their 5th stolen base of the day. For Nelson. So Nelson utilizing speed. Ball gets away. If it gets away, you take off running, and that's exactly what you do. The runner now at third. And Josh is going to have a conversation now with his team. That is fundamentally sound softball. The ball gets away from a catcher. It goes to the left or the right. You take off running. Because that catcher's not going to pick it up, spin, and throw the ball. If they do, that ball's down the left field line.
Well, Mark, there is action in the Grace bullpen. We may have a pitching change if things don't start righting themselves a little bit. And as Albert pointed out, there's no outs up there on the scoreboard.
Albert, just a joy of rejoicing the game, hoping that it goes on. because I don't think there would be a run rule in this game. Caps throws her glove up there, finds the ball, but can't get the runner at home on the sacrifice fly. So you get a Ribby at bat, and I fly out to F8 for out number 1. And it's now 9-0. Destiny Medina playing short in the second game. Pulls it. Bad hop single. And the other thing too, and Ed, I'm going to throw this back at you because you always talk about body position of infielders. I've seen more infielders not have the right body position in the games we've done recently.
Well, yeah, you if you get in the wrong position to field the ball, or you try to side saddle it, unless you're really good at doing that, that's not really one of the fundamentals. But Josh is going to the bullpen, and we'll have a new pitcher for Grace.
So that is going to be Elena. And again, I will apologize to the family because there's two ways to say it. But and I've got, it is Rocha. So I have one of the gentlemen next to me on the score. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Her name is Rocha. So she's out there. She pitched in the first game. She came in. Josh is going to use her again here in the second game. Runner goes. Throw. Missed on the tag. Stolen base. Five stolen bases in the first game, 4 stolen bases in the second game for Nelson. Lopez up to bat for Nelson. One away here in the fourth. 9-0. 4 runs have now come in this inning. Way off the plate. Try to frame it. That's what you like. High and away. Driven left field. Underneath it makes the catch over there. And that was Williams for the out. So Varela no longer in right field. For Grace Union. This one comes straight back at us. And we get strike 3 on a swing through. But not before 4 runs come in. And 3 of those runs contributed to a huge home run by Rojas here in the top of the 4th inning. It's Nelson 9, Grace 0 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. So Varela, who came out over here, now heads back over to the dugout with the rest of her team.
What's the website again? The website for the
and Andrea Tovar, I believe, took her place.
I think they're on YouTube.
Here on SportsNetUSA.net.
Awesome. Thank you. I've heard him say it a million times. We've been hearing it the whole time.
So, sitting here heading for the bottom of the 4th. Well, at this stage of the game, last game, it was all Nelson. Same with this. Want to once again, for those of you just tuning in, congratulating the men of Nelson for winning the NCCAA National Basketball Championship. So in their second season, they ended up winning, defeating number 1 Columbia 89-74. So, I mean, give them a lot of credit. Year number 2, a national championship for Nelson. So congratulations to the men. It's still basketball season some places, so give them a lot of love for bringing that one home. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. Hit up the alley. Maybe that'll spark things. Play at second. They get the runner. Pena trying to stretch a sure single into a double, gets tagged out going in at second, looking for something to spark 13. On a great 4 put out at second base.
Well, give her credit for trying to get some electricity into the Grace offense. Didn't quite work out.
Hit the ball solid, Ed.
Cut the base wrong.
Fouled away over to the right. We're here at the Lake Forest Sports Park. Really nice facility. Ed said there's a trail that walks around here too that takes you all over the place. So if you're ever down in this area, of course, hopefully you can find it without calling Albert Robles and say, Albert, how do you get here? That's what the old guy did. Thank you, Ryan Osborne, for giving me the wrong directions. I appreciate it. Flip over at second. That's what you do. Get in front, and Marquez does it. Flips over to first. Route number 2.
Mark, I think the confusion was that Ryan thought you said, give me directions to Sherwood Forest.
Oh, okay.
And so, he was thinking of Robin Hood in the movie, and depending on which one you like the most, if you like the Costner one or whatever.
I like Costner.
Yeah, that was pretty decent.
I don't think he's a great actor, but I like that movie.
Yeah, that was a decent movie.
I'll go back to Arrow. He played Robin Hood. He was Robin Hood.
Not Dick Gautier?
Who played it in Men in Tights? Who played Robin Hood in Men in Tights? I can't think of his name. That was a good one, too. And the outfield is just feeling it for Nelson as they get tracked down in left field by Dukes for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We are through 4. It is Nelson 9, Grace 0 here on Sportsnet USA.net. Well, if you disagree with all our Robin Hood thoughts, you can always go to Sportsnet USA.net. Find Ed, and he'll let you know what's going on if we're right or wrong. One of my writers just contacted me wondering where I'm at. I have to tell him, hey, man, I'm, you know the old guy. I'm always around Southern California. So. So a couple changes for Josh. So I want to say that Rojas is now behind the plate. Quick little fly out to left field. Williams gets that one. And I believe we have a new second base person also. Fouled away. And I believe Verdugo has moved to second base for Josh Musselman. So Josh has made a couple changes here. Quick throw over third. Nice play by Daniela Wright over at third base, making the throw for out number 2. That'll bring up Marquez, who made it to a double, but unfortunately, I don't count it as a hit because there were a couple errors on that play. So she was standing at second. Pitch for a ball on the outside. So Verdugo is now at second base for Grace. And I think maybe it's Ariana Cobain behind the plate for Grace. Williams off the body, traps the ball, and makes the throw. Yeah, that's exactly how to play that position, young lady. Nice play. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base as we head to bottom of 5. It's Nelson 9. Grace Union looking for something here on Sportsnet, USA.net. So, Olivia Gahn is going to come up. And I think she is going to be the designated player now, or at least pinch hit for the designated player. So Olivia Gahn is coming up to start this inning. So Olivia will pinch hit to start the 5th. So Josh looking for a little magic someplace, somewhere, somehow. Olivia swings through that one. Down and away. Down there, should have kept your foot there, would have bounced off the toe and you'd have gotten first base. Right on the edge, pretty pitch. Snag over at first. That's all you have to do. Bend over and get it. Amber Lopez just says, it's mine. Let me drop my glove there for out number 1. Everything is working for Nelson. That's my sequel to my first sitcom. Little floater to short. And now it's just getting a little too easy as Destiny Medina says, you know, I like this game. It's a fun game. You catch one, I catch one. Everybody catches one. 2 down here in the 5th. 9-0. Strike right there. Okay, Mr. Ford, I'm going to put you on the spot. Is there a run rule after this out?
I would think so. Why not?
Okay, all right.
Unless both coaches agreed ahead of time that they were waiving the run rule, but I don't see that happening a whole lot anymore.
Okay. 9-0 here in the 5th. And there we go. And the way they're celebrating, you know what? I think that's what we're going to see. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. And it looks like after 5, this game has come to an end. So it looks like Nelson is going to take 2 today over Grace Union. The first one 8-0 in 7 complete innings. This one 9-0 in a run rule after 5 innings here on SportsNetUSA.net. Ed, it was a fun game today. I thought I'd let you get the last shot in if you had anything to say, because I know we're getting ready to go.
Well, as I said, tough schedule coming up for Grace University. Tomorrow they will be playing 2 against Arizona Christian. That game is at Long Beach City College. If you want to go check that out and watch the Snow Bears.
Sun
Bears, Snow Bears, something Bears, in live and in person. You can. It's a very nice facility over there in Long Beach. Very friendly for the fans to sit in, and it's covered. It was built 2 or 3 seasons ago, so it's brand new as far as softball stadiums go. And then Sunday they play at La Sierra in Riverside.
So for Ed Ford, Albert Robles, and the old guy, Nelson University takes 2 today, 8-0, 9-0 in a run rule game here on SportsNetUSA.net.